Okay. Today, the remaining part of the femoral artery, that is the largest branch of femoral artery within the proximal thigh, that is profunda femoris artery, right? We have willingly accelerated in the previous class. It should be dealt in detail, right? Profunda femoris artery. The profunda femoris artery is a large branch that arises posterolaterally from the, you see, observe this, posterolaterally from the femoral artery about 3.5 centimeters distal to the inguinal ligament, right? At first, lateral to the femoral artery, right? It spirals posterior to this and the femoral vein to reach the medial side of the femur. First, it is lateral to the femoral artery, then it comes to the medial side of the femur, right? And it passes between pectineus, adductor longus, and between the latter, and that means adductor longus and adductor brevis, before it descends between adductor longus and adductor magnus. If you remember your dissection, we have said that number of times, yes, many number of times, we have seen how the profunda femoris lies behind the adductor longus, right? That is how we have to identify adductor longus and all. Okay, we will see that theoretically here. You see, this is the this one is femoral artery. Okay, that one is profunda femoris artery, right? Within the, that is 3.5 centimeters from inguinal ligament, right? See, smaller one is profunda femoris, whereas the larger one is femoral artery. This is from anterior view, right? That is why femoral vein and femoral artery is intact. If you remove that, it will be more clear to us, right? You see, femoral artery is removed so that profunda femoris is clear, right? This one is the profunda femoris artery. I'm sorry, something happened. My screen collapsed, right? I'm extremely sorry. My screen collapsed. I don't know why. Let us continue, right? Okay. So, if you remove the femoral artery, this one is the profunda femoris artery, right? These are its branches, right? And it goes down between all the muscles, right? We'll see those branches and how it courses in the thigh, right? So uh, this one is femoral artery, right? So here it is the profunda femoris artery, right? Observe that this is femoral artery. This one is deep femoral or profunda femoris artery, right? So it pierces the adductor magnus. It pierces, right? And anastomose with the upper muscular branches of the popliteal artery. This terminal part is sometimes known as fourth perforating artery. We will see that, right? Admitting Jansi. Okay. Next one, the profunda femoris artery is the main supply to the adductor, extensor, and flexor muscles of the thigh. Okay, always remember this: adductor group, extensor group, and flexor group of muscles are supplied by profunda femoris artery, and also anastomosis with the internal and external iliac arteries. Okay, so the branches of internal and external iliac arteries anastomose with the Profunda femoris artery, okay, above, and popliteal artery below. It's a major collateral artery, okay, of the lower limb in patients with femoropopliteal arterial occlusive disease. Okay, if the femoral artery and popliteal artery is occluded, this is the main channel. This is the main artery of the lower limb. The profunda femoris artery sometimes arises. Okay, that is a normal thing, but we always have some abnormality, or we call it as variation, right? Anatomical variation, right? Always presents. So profunda femoris sometimes arise from the posterior aspect of the femoral artery and more rarely from medial aspect. Okay, that is variation. It arises if it arises posteriorly, it may cross anterior to the femoral vein and then pass backwards around its medial side, right? So these are its relations. Okay, posteriorly from proximal to distal. Okay, from proximal to distal, iliacus, pectineus, adductor brevis and adductor magnus. Okay, with all these muscles, because these form the floor of the floor of the femoral triangle, right? So these are the muscles. It's related posteriorly, and these it related anteriorly, femoral vein and deep femoral vein, and adductor longus distally, okay, anteriorly, and laterally it is related to vastus medialis, right? So this is the profunda femoris artery, right? This one is the profunda femoris, right? These are its branches. Okay, lateral collateral, lateral circumflex and medial circumflex, right? Lateral circumflex and medial circumflex. See here, it is medial circumflex going posterior and medially. Okay, it is right. This one is the medial circumflex artery, femoral artery. Those are its branches, right? Somebody came waiting for us. Admit all. So this is how you see. This is the adductor longus. This is our first main point. This is adductor longus. So femoral artery, adductor longus is the demarcation, right, between femoral artery and profunda femoris artery. That means profunda femoris artery lies behind adductor longus, right? Behind adductor longus, whereas the femoral artery lies before it, right? Okay. You see, this is the, and this one is the adductor longus, right? So this is the profunda femoris with its medial circumflex and lateral circumflex, right? These are perforating branches. Clearly see, this is the adductor longus, adductor longus. This one is adductor longus removed, okay, in the dissection. So here it is branches, right? Perforating branches ending like it. These are the branches, perforators. You see, this is the profunda femoris artery, and here it is the femoral artery. This is profunda femoris artery. Okay, this is the in the femoral triangle, cross section at the level of femoral triangle, right? You see all the muscles. Vastus medialis is here. This is adductor brevis, right? Magnus. This one is longus, right? So in the proximal thigh, it gives lateral circumflex femoral artery and medial circumflex. Distally, perforating arteries and muscular branches, right? Medial and lateral circumflex artery. This is medial, this one is lateral. You see, medial circumflex, lateral circumflex, right? This one is lateral circumflex, this one is medial circumflex. This is the profunda femoris. This is cut end of femoral artery,
కనపడి
right?
నేను అన్నాను అసలు ఎవరినన్నా
Please unmute yourself
ఇవి
or mute yourself. So this is medial circumflex and this is lateral circumflex, right? Coming to the lateral circumflex itself, the lateral circumflex is laterally running branch given off near the root of the profunda femoris artery. Okay, immediately at the root only. Okay, it passes between the divisions of the femoral nerve. Okay, posterior to the sartorius and rectus femoris, and divides into ascending, transverse, and descending branches. So, okay, ascending, transverse, and descending branches. Ascending branch extends along the intertrochanteric line under tensor fascial lata, lateral to the hip joint, in anastomose with the superior gluteal and deep circumflex iliac arteries, supplying greater trochanter, and with branches of the medial circumflex femoral artery, forms an anastomotic ring around the femoral neck. Okay, it is the trochanteric anastomosis. Okay, femoral neck and the head are supplied. So it anastomoses with the superior gluteal and deep circumflex iliac and the medial circumflex, right? So that it can form a ring, anastomotic ring around the femoral neck. That is regarding ascending artery. And descending branch descends posterior to the rectus femoris along the anterior border of the vastus lateralis, which it supplies. Okay, it supplies to vastus lateralis. A long branch descends in vastus lateralis to the knee, right? Anastomosing with the superior lateral genicular branch of the popliteal artery, accompanied by nerve to vastus lateralis. Okay. A very large descending branch descends up to the knee and anastomose with the superior lateral genicular branch. Okay, you have to remember that, because at ascending artery anastomose anastomose with superior gluteal artery and deep circumflex iliac arteries of external iliac artery, whereas the descending branch articulates with anastomose with the popliteal artery, right? The transverse branch, the smallest, laterally anterior to the vastus intermedius and pierces vastus lateralis to wind around the femur, greater trochanter, anastomose with the medial circumflex. Okay, ascending, descending, and transverse anastomose with the medial circumflex, inferior gluteal and first perforating arteries, forming a cruciate anastomosis. The lateral circumflex artery may arise from femoral artery. Sometimes it arises from femoral artery or as a common trunk with the profunda femoris, right? And the medial circumflex. So these are the variations. Ascending and descending branches may occasionally arise separately. You see, this is the profunda femoris, right? This one is the ascending branch. This one is the descending branch. Okay, transverse will be like this. You see, ascending, transverse, and descending, right? This is transverse, this is ascending, this is descending. Okay, and medial circumflex is coming medially and posteriorly, winding around the trochanter. Again, this is ascending branch, you see. This one is descending branch. So you see, uh, this one is lateral circumflex. Okay, this one is descending, this is ascending. Okay, it's forming around the, so the anastomosis is called as trochanteric anastomosis, right? So it anastomoses with the medial circumflex itself. Okay, and superior gluteal arteries. Coming to the medial circumflex. Originally, originates from the posteromedial aspect. Okay, that is why medial circumflex femoral artery is more visible posteriorly, but sometimes originates from the femoral artery itself or as a common trunk with either profunda femoris or lateral circumflex. Those are the variations. I'm sorry. You see, this one is the, sorry, this one is the, observe that this is the, it's going posteriorly, right? It supplies adductor muscles and curves medially round the femur between pectineus and psoas major, and then obturator rectus and adductor brevis, finally appearing between quadratus femoris and upper border of the adductor magnus, dividing into transverse and ascending branches. So again, this medial circumflex has transverse and ascending branches, right? The transverse branch takes part in the cruciate anastomosis, right? And the ascending branch ascends on the tendon of obturator externus anterior to the quadratus femoris to the trochanteric fossa, right, where it anastomoses with branches of gluteal and lateral circumflex femoral arteries. Okay, that is regarding ascending branch. An acetabular branch at the proximal edge of the adductor brevis enters the hip joint under the transverse acetabular ligament. That means this one, right? If this is acetabulum, right, the ligament which traverses from this side to this side is transverse acetabular ligament. We form the obturator artery. It supplies fat in the fossa and reaches the femoral head along its ligament. So it also has a acetabular branch along with ascending and transverse branches. Okay, that is regarding medial circumflex femoral artery. Coming to the distal branches, right? That is within the adductor canal. Okay, that means uh, along the adductor canal, right? Perforating arteries perforate the femoral attachment of the adductor magnus, right, to reach the flexor aspect of the thigh. That means posterior aspect of the thigh. They reach the posterior aspect of the thigh by piercing the adductor magnus, right? There are three perforating branches, okay? Three perforating branches, and the terminal part of the profunda itself is a fourth perforator. So we have four perforators, okay? They pass close to the linea aspera under small tendinous arches and gives off muscular, cutaneous, and anastomotic branches, right? They pass deep to the short head of biceps femoris, the first usually through the attachment of gluteus septum and enter vastus lateralis. Okay. The first perforator arises proximal, the second anterior, and the third distal to the adductor brevis, right? So proximal to the adductor brevis, anterior to the adductor brevis, and distal to the adductor brevis. First perforating artery passes back between pectineus and adductor brevis. Okay, pierces adductor magnus near the linea aspera to supply adductor brevis, magnus, biceps femoris, and gluteus maximus, and anastomosis with the inferior gluteal artery, medial and lateral circumflex femoral, and second perforating artery. So it anastomoses with the second perforate artery, lateral circumflex, medial circumflex, and inferior gluteal artery, right? and it supplies brevis magnus, biceps femoris, and gluteus maximus. Okay, you see, this is the first perforating artery. Okay, this one, see, this is the adductor magnus, right, piercing it. Okay, supplying the flexor aspect. Okay, biceps femoris, right. Here we see the second perforator. You see, it is again piercing the adductor magnus, right. Okay. Hope you are getting it. The larger second perforating artery, often arising with the first pierces the attachment of adductor brevis. Right? Don't unmute yourself. Pierces the attachment of adductor brevis and magnus, divides into ascending, descending branches, supplying the posterior thigh muscles, and anastomose with the first and third perforating arteries. Somebody is talking. Don't talk. I'm getting some disturbance, right? All of you mute yourself. I have already muted you, but still there is possibility of unmuting yourself, right? So please mute yourself. Anusha, mute yourself. I have already muted everyone. Okay, right. Supplying the posterior thigh muscles and anastomose with the first and third perforating arteries, the femoral nutrient artery arise usually from it, right? When two nutrient arteries exist, they usually arise from the first and third perforator, right? The third perforating artery starts distal to the adductor brevis, right? Pierces the attachment of adductor magnus and divides into branches to the posterior thigh muscles. It anastomoses proxially with the perforating arteries and distally with the end of the profunda femoris artery and the muscular branches of the popliteal artery. Also, there is nutrient artery. Side branches of the diaphyseal nutrient and other branches of the profunda femoris artery provides subsidiary cortical arteries. The perforating arteries form a double chain of anastomosis, initially in the adductor muscles, right? Subsequently near the linea aspera. We will see that. You see, this is the schematic diagram here. Okay, this is adductor magnus, how these are perforating and coming to the posterior aspect. You see, this is the adductor magnus, this is adductor longus, right? This is femoral artery. Okay, this is profunda femoris artery. So they are piercing. Okay, piercing the adductor magnus. They are piercing the adductor magnus, right? First, second, third, and fourth is a continuation of profunda femoris, right? You see, this is the adductor brevis, right? First one is proximal to the adductor brevis. Second perforator is anterior to the adductor brevis. Third is distal to the adductor brevis, right? This is a schematic diagram. Sorry. Okay. You see, the first and second and third perforating arteries. You see, this is the first, second, and third, right? Let me again. First one, second one, and third one. Okay, observe them clearly. Okay, right. See, these are the piercing the adductor magnus and coming to the posterior aspect. That means flexor aspect of the thigh to supply those muscles, right? This is the first one, second one, third one. Terminal end of the deep artery of the thigh. You see this one. That means that is the fourth perforator, right? Okay. Lateral circumflex. This is the anastomosis. Lateral circumflex femoral artery. This one. Okay. This is the medial circumflex. So forming the anastomosis around the trochanter. See here, it is more clear, right? First perforating, second perforating, and third perforating. Okay, perforating the adductor magnus. This is the adductor magnus. See the second perforate. This is the second perforate. First perforate. This is the first perforate. Right? This is the third perforate. You see, this is how it's doing all of this. This is the profunda femoris artery. Right? These are the perforating arteries. You see, first, second, third, and fourth. Right? This one is adductor magnus. Right? Muscular branches. Numerous muscular branches arise from the profunda femoris. Some end in the adductors. Some pieces adductor magnus supply the flexors and anastomosis with the medial circumflex. Superior muscular branches of the popliteal artery. Profunda femoris artery is thus the main supply of the thigh muscles. Okay, it is the supplier of the thigh. Right. Okay. We will see the 3D anatomy now. Towards this profunda. So you see, so this is the selected one is femoral artery, right? Selected one is femoral artery, right? So the profunda femoris, you see, coming, okay, distal to the inguinal, 3.5 centimeters distal to the inguinal ligament, okay, the posterolateral aspect, right? That is a profunda femoris artery, right? This one is medial circumflex femoral artery, okay. This is the ascending branch, okay. So you see, ascending branch go on anastomosing with, okay, deep circumflex iliac. That is deep circumflex iliac artery, okay, directly coming from, you see, this is the external, right, external iliac artery, that is deep external iliac artery, okay. So ascending artery anastomose with the deep circumflex iliac, okay, that is ascending. This is transverse, right, ascending and transverse. This is the descending branch, right, descending branch of lateral circumflex, which goes down, okay, up to the knee, right, and where it articulates with the genicular anastomosis, right, medial and in this case lateral superior genicular artery, right. So this is descending branch of lateral circumflex femoral artery, okay. You see, it came all the way to the, you see, it came all the way from proximal thigh to the distal thigh, right. So so that is lateral circumflex, okay. You see, that one selected one is the medial circumflex. So it is better to view that posteriorly. You see, that is the medial circumflex. In this atlas, they didn't give the branches of medial circumflex femoral artery. Okay, actually it anastomose with the ascending branch of lateral circumflex artery, right. That is the branches of profunda femoris artery, right. And again you see, these are the perforators, right. Those are the perforators, right. You see, that is the adductor longus. Okay, so femoral artery, you see, profunda femoris is posterior to the adductor longus, whereas femoral artery is before the adductor longus, right? And you see, we added some muscles here, right? This is adductor longus. Okay, if we hide that, you see, that is magnus, right? This one is brevis and this one is pectineus, right? Pectineus. So how they are piercing the adductor magnus, right? So the first perforator is proximal to the adductor longus. Here it is not given in a proper manner in this atlas, but first one is proximal and the second one is anterior to the adductor base. Okay, they gave it correctly. I'm sorry. Again, third one is distal to the adductor base. That is adductor base, right? So how they are piercing? Here it is. Okay. Usually they should come posteriorly, right? So I have already shown you that is ascending branch which anastomose with the deep circumflex celiac artery. Okay, that is selected one is superficial circumflex, that is deep circumflex celiac. Okay, that is regarding profunda femoris artery. So if the if so femoropopliteal artery, there is, if there is a occlusive disease in these main arteries, okay, femoral artery or popliteal artery, the circulation will be through this, okay, through this profunda femoris artery and its branches. Okay, that is called as collateral circulation, right? Any doubts? Any doubts? Let me know.